Hi, my name is Katie Yang. I graduated from UCSD undergrad in 2023, the Master of Accountancy program in 2024, and now I currently work at KPMG as an audit associate in the LA office. Based on my time at UCSD, I think I made one of the best investments ever in my life, whether that's just me saying yes to coming here in undergrad, but also putting the time in to come to Rady and do a master program. And I think that's a really hard investment decision that people are trying to make, is whether or not you really do need a grad program or is just a bachelor's enough. And in my opinion, I think the master's was worth it. It really did pay off. I went into the workforce already having an expectation, knowing what I was kind of getting into. I think the grad life kind of sets that expectation for you, so you're not going in like a chicken without a head. You know what you're setting yourself up for. And also the classes, the experiences, the networking opportunities sets you up for when you want to actually go start working. For those who decide maybe you're coming out of the workforce and want to go into a grad program, I think it's worth it too. You're putting time into yourself to really learn more and to build what you already know and use that experience and move into the workforce. So I think, yes, my return on investment is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So specifically, there was a course on acquisitions, which I took in undergrad, but it's also used to be embedded into MPAc courses, so I kind of get to see that again. I work in the asset management industry, specifically on real estate, so because I was already exposed to the idea of acquisitions and the overlying concepts of it, I learned even more, and it was just easier to understand what was happening when I was being told what to do, which I think really benefited me when I was working at the firm, and I think that made my job a little bit harder because they wanted to give me more work, but at the same time I was able to learn more in the process. I would also say that internal controls was really helpful as well. So I do a lot of testing, specifically on a company's controls itself to make sure that they are functioning, operating appropriately. And I also work on substantive procedures, which is something that's very specifically audit focused. It's not necessarily testing the exact controls of a company itself, but it's still making sure that things are essentially working within the company as they should be. It's just a different procedure that we do. But I think that understanding that was built within that class alone really helped with what I already started doing in my day-to-day job. Being in Beta Alpha Psi really helped me be able to network with professionals. Also just being able to have that leadership position helps me speak out more, and I think that's what's really essential. I was able to be willing to ask more questions, walk into a partner's office and just ask them a really random question. They understand that I don't really know anything, so they're very understanding of me just going up to them and asking questions. And I think that's what I was able to build by exposing myself to these leadership positions, but also by being in Beta Alpha Psi, I was able to go to these networking opportunities and then meeting these professionals. So I just learned that communication is essential, which I think is very helpful. The aspects that helped me adapt to the work-life balance, I would say it would be my undergrad classes, from accounting, just the basic accounting principles, to also my grad school experience, in the sense that I work with a team every single day and I love my team, but being able to communicate with a team is really important, and knowing how to communicate is just as important. I was fortunate to learn about the technical side in my classes, but I needed my extracurriculars from Beta Alpha Psi to United Accounting Society to really understand that you are just talking to human beings, and overall, this is how the work-life setting is going to be. And I was able to set my expectations from there going into the workforce, and was able to, what I hope, excel.